Honestly, I picked up this book thinking it would be just another manifestation guide. Think positive, visualize, and everything will magical work out. But by the time I reached the last page, something actually shifted in the way I see life. And the biggest realization, miracles are not something that happen to us. In fact, we are the miracle. So today, I'm going to give you a complete honest review. What this book teaches, what actually makes sense, and what you should really take from it. The book is Cheat Code to Manifest Miracles by Sneha Chauhan ma'am. At first glance, it looked like a manifestation or self-help book, but as you go deeper, it's actually talk about something bigger: consequence, awareness, emotional control, and how your inner state shapes your outer life. It mixes spirituality, mindset, and practical exercises, which makes it both interesting and easy to follow. The core idea of this book is simple but powerful. Your thoughts, emotions, and awareness create your reality. It explains that life is not random. Instead, your focus, beliefs, and emotional state act like a filter, and based on that, you experience different outcomes. The book even compares life to something like a simulation where your consequence is the main driver. Now, whether you believe that fully or not, the underlying message is clear. Your mindset matters more than you think. First, stillness and non-reactivity. One of the strongest ideas in this book is calmness. It says real power comes from not reacting immediately. When you pause, observe, and respond instead of reacting, you gain control over your life. Second, faith is equal to complete certainty. The book defines faith in a very different way, not as hope but as certainty. Meaning is you trust the process even when things do not make sense. Third, visualization plus emotion. It's not just about imaging your goals. You have to feel them as if they are already real, because according to the book, emotion is what gives power to your thoughts. Fourth, letting go of control. This is something most people struggle with. The book says do your part but do not obsess over the outcomes, because attachment creates stress and stress blocks clarity and action. Fifth, self-awareness and inner work. A big part of book focuses on letting go to past pain, removing negative self-talk, and building self-worth, because if internally you don't feel worthy, you will unconsciously block your own growth. The book also talks about deeper concepts like higher self, soul lessons, karma, and even things like sign from the universe. Now, this part is more spiritual and belief based. Some people will deeply connect with it, others might find it a bit abstract, but if you look at it practically, it's really encouraging you to become more aware, calm, and intentional. Let's be honest here. Not everything in this book is scientifically proven. Ideas like the universe will deliver exactly what you think, that's more philosophical than factual. But the practical side of this book is very useful. Clarity of goals, emotional control, confidence, and taking action. Those things do create real results. For me, the biggest takeaway was this: stop waiting for something outside to change your life. Start working on your inner state, because when your thinking becomes clear, your actions become better and your results naturally improve. And that's where the idea of miracles actually starts making sense. I also want to appreciate the author Sneha Chauhan, the way she has explained such a deep concept in a simple and relatable way that takes real effort and understanding. You can feel that this book isn't just written, it's experienced. So overall, this book is not just about manifestation, it's about awareness, mindset, and personal growth. If you read it with an open mind, it can genuinely change how you see life. And I will end with the line that stayed with me: you are the miracle and you always were. Now the question is, what are you going to do with this realization? Don't just read books like this, apply them. Go and grab this book, Cheat Code to Manifest Miracles by Sneha Chauhan. Thank you.